Struggling to pass your UK theory test? Not sure where to begin? Don't worry, we're here to help you feel confident and fully prepared. In this video, we've selected 200 of the most important and commonly asked DVSA questions. These questions follow the exact same style you'll see in the real exam. Make sure you don't miss any question. Every mark counts. Keep track of your score and let us know in the comments how many you got right. Let's get started. Question 1. What should you do before making a U-turn? A. Give an arm signal as well as using your indicators. B. Check road markings to see that U-turns are permitted. C. Look over your shoulder for a final check. D. Select a higher gear than normal. The correct answer is C. Look over your shoulder for a final check. Explanation. If you have to make a U-turn, slow down and make sure that the road is clear in both directions. Make sure that the road is wide enough for you to carry out the maneuver safely. Use your mirrors and look round to check it's safe before turning across the road. Question 2. What should you do as you approach this bridge? A. Move to the right. B. Slow down. C. Change gear. D. Keep to 30 miles per hour. The correct answer is B. Slow down. Explanation. You should slow down and be cautious. Hump bridges are often narrow, and there may not be enough room for you to pass an oncoming vehicle at this point. Also, there's no footpath, so be aware of pedestrians in the road. Question 3. Where should you avoid overtaking? A. Just after a bend. B. In a one-way street. C. On a dual carriageway. D. Approaching a dip in the road. The correct answer is D. Approaching a dip in the road. Explanation. Oncoming vehicles or other hazards can be hidden from view by dips in the road. If you cannot see into the dip, wait until you have a clear view and can see that it's safe before starting to overtake. Question 4. What does this curved arrow road marking mean? A. Heavy vehicles should take the next road on the left to avoid a weight limit. B. The road ahead bends to the left. C. Overtaking traffic should move back to the left. D. The road ahead has a camber to the left. The correct answer is C. Overtaking traffic should move back to the left. Explanation. In this picture, the road marking shows that overtaking drivers or riders need to return to the left. These markings show the direction drivers must pass hatch markings or solid double white lines. They're also used to show the route that high vehicles should take under a low arched bridge. Question 5. Why are these yellow lines painted across the road? A. To help you choose the correct lane. B. To help you keep the correct separation distance. C. To make you aware of your speed. D. To tell you the distance to the roundabout. The correct answer is C. To make you aware of your speed. Explanation. These lines are often found on the approach to a roundabout or a dangerous junction. They give you extra warning to adjust your speed. Look well ahead and do this in good time. Question 6. What should you do before slowing down or stopping your vehicle? A. Sound the horn. B. Use the mirrors. C. Select a higher gear. D. Flash the headlights. The correct answer is B. Use the mirrors. Explanation: before slowing down or stopping, check the mirrors to see what's happening behind you. Also assess what's ahead, and make sure you give the correct signal if it will help other road users. Question 7. What's most likely to distract you while you're driving? A. Using a mobile phone. B. Using the windscreen wipers. C. Using the demisters. D. Using the mirrors. The correct answer is A. Using a mobile phone. Explanation: except for emergencies, it's illegal to use a handheld mobile phone while you're driving. Even using a hands-free kit can severely distract your attention. Question 8. You're driving your car. When may you use a handheld mobile phone? A. When you're receiving a call. B. When you've parked safely. C. When you're driving at less than 30 miles per hour. D. When your car has automatic transmission. The correct answer is B. When you've parked safely. Explanation: it's illegal to use a handheld mobile phone while you're driving, except in a genuine emergency. Even using a hands-free kit can distract your attention. Park in a safe and convenient place before receiving or making a call or using text messaging. Then you'll also be free to take notes or refer to papers. Question 9. When do windscreen pillars cause a serious obstruction to your view? A. When you're driving on a motorway. B. When you're driving on a dual carriageway. C. When you're approaching a one-way street. D. When you're approaching bends and junctions. The correct answer is D. When you're approaching bends and junctions. Explanation: windscreen pillars can obstruct your view, particularly at bends and junctions. Look out for other road users, especially cyclists, motorcyclists and pedestrians who can easily be overlooked. Question 10. What should you do if you cannot see clearly behind when you're reversing? A. Open the window to look behind. B. Open the door to look behind. C. Look in the near side mirror. D. Ask someone to guide you. The correct answer is D. Ask someone to guide you. Explanation: if you want to turn your car around, try to find a place where you have good all-round vision. If this is not possible and you're unable to see clearly, then get someone to guide you. Question 11. What does the term blind spot mean? A. An area covered by your right-hand mirror. B. An area not covered by your headlights. C. An area covered by your left-hand mirror. D. An area not visible to the driver. The correct answer is D. An area not visible to the driver. Explanation: modern vehicles provide the driver with a good view of both the road ahead and behind, using well-positioned mirrors. However, the mirrors cannot see every angle of the scene behind and to the sides of the vehicle. It's essential that you know when and how to check the vehicle's blind spots so that you're aware of any hidden hazards. Question 12. What will happen if you follow this vehicle too closely? A. Your brakes will overheat. B. Your fuel consumption will be increased. C. Your engine will overheat. D. Your view ahead will be reduced. The correct answer is D. Your view ahead will be reduced. Explanation: staying back will increase your view of the road ahead. This will help you to see any hazards that might occur and give you more time to react. Question 13. What's the minimum time gap you should leave when following a vehicle on a wet road? A. 1 second. B. 2 seconds. C. 3 seconds. D. 4 seconds. The correct answer is D. 4 seconds. Explanation: water will reduce your tire's grip on the road. The safe separation gap of at least 2 seconds in dry conditions should be doubled to at least 4 seconds in wet weather. Question 14. Which vehicle will use a blue flashing beacon? A. Motorway maintenance. B. Bomb disposal. C. Snowplow. D. Breakdown recovery. The correct answer is B. Bomb disposal. Explanation: emergency vehicles use blue flashing lights. If you see or hear one, move out of its way as soon as it's safe and legal to do so. Question 15. What type of emergency vehicle is fitted with a green flashing beacon? A. Fire engine. B. Road gritter. C. Ambulance. D. Doctor's car. The correct answer is D. Doctor's car. Explanation: a green flashing beacon on a vehicle means the driver or passenger is a doctor on an emergency call. Give way to them if it's safe to do so. Be aware that the vehicle may be traveling quickly or may stop in a hurry. Question 16. You're in a one-way street and want to turn right. Where should you position your vehicle when there are 2 lanes? A. In the right-hand lane. B. In the left-hand lane. C. In either lane, depending on the traffic. D. Just left of the center line. The correct answer is A. In the right-hand lane. Explanation: when you're in a one-way street and want to turn right, you should take up a position in the right-hand lane. This will allow other road users, not wishing to turn, to pass on the left. Indicate your intention and take up the correct position in good time. Question 17. You're driving behind a heavy goods vehicle. What should you do if it signals left but steers to the right? A. Slow down and let the vehicle turn. B. Drive on, keeping to the left. C. Overtake on the right of it. D. Hold your speed and sound your horn. The correct answer is A. Slow down and let the vehicle turn. Explanation: large, long vehicles need extra room when making turns at junctions. They may move out to the right in order to make a left turn. Keep well back and do not attempt to pass them on their left. Question 18. What should you do when you're overtaking a horse and rider? A. Sound your horn as a warning. B. Go past as quickly as possible. C. Flash your headlights as a warning. D. Go past slowly and carefully. The correct answer is D. Go past slowly and carefully. Explanation: horses can be startled by the sound of a car engine or the rush of air caused by a vehicle passing too closely. Keep well back and only pass when it's safe. Leave them plenty of room. You may have to use the other side of the road to go past safely. Question 19. What should you do if a vehicle pulls out in front of you at a junction? A. Swerve past it and sound your horn. B. Flash your headlights and drive up close behind. C. Slow down and be ready to stop. D. Accelerate past it immediately. The correct answer is C. Slow down and be ready to stop. Explanation. Try to anticipate what other drivers might do. Look and plan ahead so that you're ready to respond safely if a hazard develops. Be tolerant of road users who make mistakes. Question 20. When should you leave a 2-second gap between your vehicle and the one in front? A. When it's raining. B. When it's dry. C. When it's icy. D. When it's foggy. The correct answer is B. When it's dry. Explanation. In good dry conditions, a driver needs to keep a distance of at least 2 seconds from the car in front. This should allow enough space for you to stop if the driver in front has to stop suddenly. Question 21. How would underinflated tires affect your vehicle? A. The vehicle's stopping distance would increase. B. The flash rate of the vehicle's indicators would increase. C. The vehicle's gear change mechanism would become stiff. D. The vehicle's headlights would aim high. The correct answer is A. The vehicle's stopping distance would increase. Explanation. Your tires are your only contact with the road. To prevent problems with braking and steering, keep your tires free from defects. They must have sufficient tread depth and be correctly inflated. Correct tire pressures help reduce the risk of skidding and provide a safer and more comfortable drive or ride. Question 22. What can cause excessive or uneven tire wear? A. A faulty gearbox. B. A faulty braking system. C. A faulty electrical system. D. A faulty exhaust system. The correct answer is B. A faulty braking system. Explanation. If you see that parts of the tread on your tires are wearing before others, it may indicate a brake, suspension or wheel alignment fault. Regular servicing will help to detect faults at an early stage, and this will avoid the risk of minor faults becoming serious or even dangerous. Question 23. What makes your tires illegal? A. If they were bought second-hand. B. If they have any large deep cuts in the side wall. C. If they're of different makes. D. If they have different tread patterns. The correct answer is B. If they have any large deep cuts in the side wall. Explanation. Your tires may be of different treads and makes. They can even be second-hand as long as they're in good condition. They must, however, be intact, without cuts or tears. When checking the sidewalls for cuts and bulges, do not forget to check the side of the tire that's hidden from view under the car. Question 24. What's the legal minimum depth of tread for car tires? A. 1 mm. B. 1.6 mm. C. 2.5 mm. D. 4 mm. The correct answer is B. 1.6 mm. Explanation. Car tires must have sufficient depth of tread to give them a good grip on the road surface. The legal minimum for cars is 1.6 mm. This depth should be across the central 3/4 of the breadth of the tire and around the entire circumference. Question 25. What's the legal minimum tread depth for tires on your trailer or caravan? A. 1 mm. B. 1.6 mm. C. 2 mm. D. 2.6 mm. The correct answer is B. 1.6 mm. Explanation: trailers and caravans may be left in storage over the winter months, and tires can deteriorate. It's important to check their tread depth, and also their pressures and general condition. The legal tread depth of 1.6 mm applies to the central 3/4 of a tire's breadth, over its entire circumference. Question 26. When may a passenger travel in a car without wearing a seatbelt? A. When they're under 14 years old. B. When they're under 1.5 meters, 5 feet, in height. C. When they're sitting in the rear seat. D. When they're exempt for medical reasons. The correct answer is D. When they're exempt for medical reasons. Explanation: if you have adult passengers, it's their responsibility to wear a seatbelt, but you should still remind them to use one as they get in the car. It's your responsibility to make sure that all children in your car are secured with an appropriate restraint. Exemptions are allowed for those with a medical exemption certificate. Question 27. You're driving a friend's children home from school. They're both under 14 years old. Who's responsible for making sure they wear a seatbelt or approved child restraint where required? A. An adult passenger. B. The children. C. You, the driver. D. Your friend. The correct answer is C. You, the driver. Explanation: passengers should always be secured and safe. Children should be encouraged to fasten their seatbelts or approved restraints themselves from an early age, so that it becomes a matter of routine. As the driver, you must check that they're fastened securely. It's your responsibility. Question 28. You're carrying an 11-year-old child on the front seat of your car. They're under 1.35 meters, 4 feet 5 inches, tall. What seatbelt security must be in place? A. They must use an adult seatbelt. B. They must be able to fasten their own seatbelt. C. They must use a suitable child restraint. D. They must be able to see clearly out of the front window. The correct answer is C. They must use a suitable child restraint. Explanation: as the driver, it's your responsibility to make sure that children are secure and safe in your vehicle. Make yourself familiar with the rules. When children are carried on the back seat, there are a few very exceptional cases when an adult seatbelt can be used instead of a correct child restraint. Question 29. You're driving along a motorway and switch on adaptive cruise control. What are you now allowed to do? A. Remove your seatbelt. B. Eat and drink. C. Use your handheld mobile phone. D. Check the road signs. The correct answer is D. Check the road signs. Explanation: when using Advanced Driver Assistance Systems, ADAS, you are responsible for your vehicle, and you need to stay in control of the systems. ADAS are not the same as self-driving functions, so you must remain alert and be ready to intervene if the system does not work correctly. Question 30. How much can stopping distances increase in icy conditions? A. 2 times. B. 3 times. C. 5 times. D. 10 times. The correct answer is D. 10 times. Explanation: tire grip is greatly reduced in icy conditions. For this reason, you need to allow up to 10 times the stopping distance you would allow on dry roads. Question 31. You're traveling on the motorway. How can you lower the risk of a collision when the vehicle behind is following too closely? A. Increase your distance from the vehicle in front. B. Brake sharply. C. Switch on your hazard warning lights. D. Move onto the hard shoulder and stop. The correct answer is A. Increase your distance from the vehicle in front. Explanation: on busy roads, traffic may still travel at high speeds. Do not follow the vehicle in front too closely. If a driver behind seems to be pushing you, gradually increase your distance from the vehicle in front by slowing down gently. This will give you more space in front if you have to brake, and will reduce the risk of a collision involving several vehicles. Question 32. You're following other vehicles in fog. You have your headlights on dipped beam. What else can you do to reduce the chances of being in a collision? A. Keep close to the vehicle in front. B. Use main beam instead of dipped headlights. C. Keep up with the faster vehicles. D. Keep a safe distance from the vehicle in front. The correct answer is D. Keep a safe distance from the vehicle in front. Explanation: when it's foggy, use your headlights on dipped beam. This will help you see and be seen by other road users. If visibility is seriously reduced, consider using front and rear fog lights if you have them. Keep to a sensible speed, and do not follow the vehicle in front too closely. If the road is wet and slippery, you'll need to allow twice the normal stopping distance. Question 33. How can you avoid wheel spin when you're driving on an icy road? A. Drive at a slow speed in the highest gear possible. B. Use the parking brake if the wheels start to slip. C. Brake gently and repeatedly. D. Drive in a low gear at all times. The correct answer is A. Drive at a slow speed in the highest gear possible. Explanation: if you're traveling on an icy road, extra caution will be required to avoid loss of control. Keeping your speed down and using the highest gear possible will reduce the risk of the tires losing their grip on this slippery surface. Question 34. What's the main cause of skidding? A. The weather. B. The driver. C. The vehicle. D. The road. The correct answer is B. The driver. Explanation: skidding is usually caused by driver error. You should always adjust your driving to take account of the road and weather conditions. Question 35. What should you do when you're driving in snowy conditions? A. Brake firmly and quickly. B. Be ready to steer sharply. C. Use sidelights only. D. Brake gently in plenty of time. The correct answer is D. Brake gently in plenty of time. Explanation: in snowy conditions, be careful with the steering, accelerator and brakes. Braking sharply while you're driving on snow is likely to make your car skid. Question 36. You're driving on an open road in dry weather. What distance should you keep from the vehicle in front? A. A 2-second time gap. B. 1 car length. C. 2 meters, 6 feet 6 inches. D. 2 car lengths. The correct answer is A. A 2-second time gap. Explanation. One way of checking there's a safe distance between you and the vehicle in front is to use the 2-second rule. To check for a 2-second time gap, choose a stationary object ahead, such as a bridge or road sign. When the car in front passes the object, say, "Only a fool breaks the 2-second rule." If you reach the object before you finish saying the phrase, you're too close and need to increase the gap. Question 37. What should you do when you're overtaking a motorcyclist on a windy day? A. Pass closely. B. Pass very slowly. C. Pass widely. D. Pass immediately. The correct answer is C. Pass widely. Explanation. In strong winds, riders of two-wheeled vehicles are particularly vulnerable. When you overtake them, allow plenty of room. Check to the left as you pass to make sure they're safe. Question 38. What's the main hazard shown in this picture? A. Vehicles turning right. B. Vehicles doing U-turns. C. The cyclist crossing the road. D. Parked cars around the corner. The correct answer is C. The cyclist crossing the road. Explanation. Look at the picture carefully and try to imagine you're there. The cyclist in this picture appears to be trying to cross the road. You must be able to deal with the unexpected, especially when you're approaching a hazardous junction. Look well ahead to give yourself time to deal with any hazards. Question 39. Which road user has caused a hazard? A. The parked car, arrowed A. B. The pedestrian waiting to cross, arrowed B. C. The moving car, arrowed C. D. The car turning, arrowed D. The correct answer is A. The parked car, arrowed A. Explanation. The car arrowed A is parked within the area, marked by zigzag lines at the pedestrian crossing. Parking here is illegal. It also blocks the view for pedestrians wishing to cross the road, restricts the view of the crossing for approaching traffic. Question 40. What should the driver of the car approaching the crossing do? A. Continue at the same speed. B. Sound the horn. C. Drive through quickly. D. Slow down and get ready to stop. The correct answer is D. Slow down and get ready to stop. Explanation. Look well ahead to see whether any hazards are developing. This will give you more time to deal with them in the correct way. The man in the picture is clearly intending to cross the road. You should be traveling at a speed that allows you to check your mirror, slow down and stop in good time. You should not have to brake harshly. Question 41. What should the driver of the grey car be especially aware of? A. The uneven road surface. B. Traffic following behind. C. Doors opening on parked cars. D. Empty parking spaces. The correct answer is C. Doors opening on parked cars. Explanation. When passing parked cars, there's a risk that a driver or passenger may not check before opening the door into the road. A defensive driver will drive slowly and be looking for people who may be about to get out of their car. Question 42. What should you expect if you see this sign ahead? A. The road will go steeply uphill. B. The road will go steeply downhill. C. The road will bend sharply to the left. D. The road will bend sharply to the right. The correct answer is C. The road will bend sharply to the left. Explanation. This sign indicates that the road will bend sharply to the left. Slow down in plenty of time and select the correct gear before you start a turn. Braking hard and late, while also sharply changing direction, is likely to cause a skid. Question 43. What should you do as you approach this cyclist? A. Try to overtake before the cyclist gets to the junction. B. Flash your headlights at the cyclist. C. Slow down and allow the cyclist to turn. D. Rev your engine so the cyclist knows you're following behind. The correct answer is C. Slow down and allow the cyclist to turn. Explanation. Keep well back and give the cyclist time and room to turn safely. Do not intimidate them by getting too close or trying to squeeze past. Question 44. Why must you take great care when emerging from this junction? A. The road surface is poor. B. The footpath is narrow. C. The curbs are high. D. The view is restricted. The correct answer is D. The view is restricted. Explanation. You may have to pull forward slowly until you can see up and down the road. Be aware that the traffic approaching the junction cannot see you either. If you do not know that it's clear, do not go. Question 45. Which type of vehicle should you be ready to give way to as you approach this bridge? A. Bicycles. B. Buses. C. Motorcycles. D. Cars. The correct answer is B. Buses. Explanation. A bus or high-sided lorry will have to take a position in the center of the road to clear the bridge. There's normally a sign to show this. Look well ahead, past the bridge, and be ready to stop and give way to large oncoming vehicles. Question 46. What type of vehicle could you expect to meet in the middle of the road? A. Lorry. B. Bicycle. C. Car. D. Motorcycle. The correct answer is A. Lorry. Explanation. The highest point of the bridge is in the center, so a large vehicle might have to move to the center of the road to have enough room to pass safely under the bridge. Question 47. What should you do if a driver pulls out of a side road in front of you, causing you to brake hard? A. Ignore the error and stay calm. B. Flash your lights to show your annoyance. C. Sound your horn to show your annoyance. D. Overtake as soon as possible. The correct answer is A. Ignore the error and stay calm. Explanation. Be tolerant if a vehicle emerges and you have to brake quickly. Anyone can make a mistake, so do not react aggressively. Be alert where there are side roads, and be especially careful where there are parked vehicles, because these can make it difficult for emerging drivers to see you. Question 48. What should you do if the red lights start flashing as you approach a level crossing? A. Go over it quickly. B. Go over it carefully. C. Stop before the barrier. D. Switch on your hazard warning lights. The correct answer is C. Stop before the barrier. Explanation. At level crossings, the red lights flash before and while the barrier is down. At most crossings, an amber light will precede the red lights. You must stop behind the white line unless you've already crossed it when the amber light comes on. Do not be tempted to zigzag around half barriers. Question 49. You're approaching a crossroads. What should you do if the traffic lights have failed? A. Brake and stop only for large vehicles. B. Brake sharply to a stop before looking. C. Be prepared to brake sharply to a stop. D. Be prepared to stop for any traffic. The correct answer is D. Be prepared to stop for any traffic. Explanation. When approaching a junction where the traffic lights have failed, you should proceed with caution. Treat the situation as an unmarked junction and be prepared to stop.
Finding this video helpful? Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Your support helps us create more practice videos to get you test ready. Now, let's get back to it.
Question 50. What should the driver of the red car arrowed do? A. Wave towards the pedestrians who are waiting to cross. B. Wait for the pedestrian in the road to cross. C. Quickly drive behind the pedestrian in the road. D. Tell the pedestrian in the road she should not have crossed. The correct answer is B. Wait for the pedestrian in the road to cross. Explanation. Some people might take a long time to cross the road. They may be older or have a disability. Be patient and do not hurry them by showing your impatience. If pedestrians are standing at the side of the road, do not signal or wave them to cross. Other road users might not have seen your signal, and this could lead the pedestrians into a hazardous situation. Question 51. What should you do as you approach this overhead bridge? A. Move out to the center of the road before going through. B. Find another route. This one is only for high vehicles. C. Be prepared to give way to large vehicles in the middle of the road. D. Move across to the right-hand side before going through. The correct answer is C. Be prepared to give way to large vehicles in the middle of the road. Explanation. Oncoming large vehicles may need to move to the middle of the road to pass safely under the bridge. There will not be enough room for you to continue, so you should be ready to stop and wait. Question 52. What should you do if you think the driver of the vehicle in front has forgotten to cancel their right indicator? A. Flash your lights to alert the driver. B. Sound your horn before overtaking. C. Overtake on the left if there's room. D. Stay behind and do not overtake. The correct answer is D. Stay behind and do not overtake. Explanation. Be cautious and do not attempt to overtake. The driver may be unsure of the location of a junction and may turn suddenly. Question 53. What's the main hazard the driver of the red car, arrowed, should be aware of? A. Glare from the sun may affect the driver's vision. B. The black car may stop suddenly. C. The bus may move out into the road. D. Oncoming vehicles will assume the driver is turning right. The correct answer is C. The bus may move out into the road. Explanation: if you can do so safely, give way to buses signaling to move off at bus stops. Try to anticipate the actions of other road users around you. The driver of the red car should be prepared for the bus pulling out. As you approach a bus stop, look to see how many passengers are waiting to board. If the last one has just got on, the bus is likely to move off. Question 54. What type of vehicle displays this yellow sign? A. A broken down vehicle. B. A school bus. C. An ice cream van. D. A private ambulance. The correct answer is B. A school bus. Explanation: buses which carry children to and from school may stop at places other than scheduled bus stops. Be aware that they might pull over at any time to allow children to get on or off. This will normally be when traffic is heavy during rush hour. Question 55. What hazard should you be aware of when traveling along this street? A. Glare from the sun. B. Lack of road markings. C. Children running out between vehicles. D. Heavy goods vehicles. The correct answer is C. Children running out between vehicles. Explanation: on roads where there are many parked vehicles, you might not be able to see children between parked cars, and they may run out into the road without looking. Question 56. What hazard should you be aware of when traveling along this street? A. The cyclist may move to the left and dismount. B. The cyclist may swerve into the road. C. The cyclist may get off and push their bicycle. D. The cyclist may wish to turn right at the end of the road. The correct answer is B. The cyclist may swerve into the road. Explanation: when following a cyclist, be aware that they have to deal with the hazards around them. They may wobble or swerve to avoid a pothole in the road, or see a potential hazard and change direction suddenly. Do not follow them too closely, or rev your engine impatiently. Question 57. Why should you slow down as you approach this hazard? A. Because of the level crossing. B. Because it's hard to see to the right. C. Because of approaching traffic. D. Because of animals crossing. The correct answer is A. Because of the level crossing. Explanation: you should be slowing down and selecting the correct gear in case you have to stop at the level crossing. Look for the signals and be prepared to stop if necessary. Question 58. Some two-way roads are divided into 3 lanes. Why are they particularly dangerous? A. Traffic in both directions can use the middle lane to overtake. B. Traffic can travel faster in poor weather conditions. C. Traffic can overtake on the left. D. Traffic uses the middle lane for emergencies only. The correct answer is A. Traffic in both directions can use the middle lane to overtake. Explanation: if you intend to overtake, you must consider that approaching traffic could be planning the same maneuver. When you've considered the situation and decided it's safe, indicate your intentions early. This will show the approaching traffic that you intend to pull out. Question 59. What type of vehicle uses an amber flashing beacon on a dual carriageway? A. An ambulance. B. A fire engine. C. A doctor on call. D. A tractor. The correct answer is D. A tractor. Explanation. An amber flashing beacon on a vehicle indicates that it's moving slowly or stopped, and a possible hazard. Look well ahead on a dual carriageway, and you should be able to see and respond to these vehicles in good time. Question 60. What does this signal from a police officer mean to oncoming traffic? A. Go ahead. B. Stop. C. Turn left. D. Turn right. The correct answer is B. Stop. Explanation. Police officers may need to direct traffic, for example, at a junction where the traffic lights have broken down. Check your copy of the highway code for the signals that they use. Question 61. Why should you be cautious when going past this bus waiting at a bus stop? A. There's a zebra crossing ahead. B. There are driveways on the left. C. People may cross the road in front of it. D. The road surface will be slippery. The correct answer is C. People may cross the road in front of it. Explanation. A bus at a bus stop can hide pedestrians who might try to cross the road just in front of it. Drive at a speed that will enable you to respond safely if you have to. Question 62. Where would it be unsafe to overtake? A. On a single carriageway. B. On a one-way street. C. Approaching a junction. D. Traveling up a long hill. The correct answer is C. Approaching a junction. Explanation. You should overtake only when it's really necessary, and you can see it's clear ahead. Look out for road signs and markings that show it's illegal or would be unsafe to overtake, for example, approaching junctions or bends. In many cases, overtaking is unlikely to significantly improve your journey time. Question 63. What does the solid white line at the side of the road indicate? A. Traffic lights ahead. B. Edge of the carriageway. C. Footpath on the left. D. Cycle path. The correct answer is B. Edge of the carriageway. Explanation. The continuous white line shows the edge of the carriageway. It can be especially useful when visibility is restricted, such as at night or in bad weather. It's discontinued in some places, for example, at junctions, lay-bys, entrances, or other openings. Question 64. You're behind this cyclist. When the traffic lights change, what should you do? A. Try to move off before the cyclist. B. Allow the cyclist time and room. C. Turn right, but give the cyclist room. D. Tap your horn and drive through first. The correct answer is B. Allow the cyclist time and room. Explanation. Hold back and allow the cyclist to move off. Some junctions have special areas marked across the front of the traffic lane. These allow cyclists to wait for the lights to change and move off ahead of other traffic. Question 65. You intend to turn left at the traffic lights. What should you do just before turning? A. Check your right mirror. B. Move up closer to the car ahead. C. Move out to the right. D. Check for bicycles on your left. The correct answer is D. Check for bicycles on your left. Explanation. If you've been in a queue of traffic and are about to turn left, Check your near side for cyclists as they often filter past on the near side of slow-moving or stationary vehicles. Question 66. Why should you reduce your speed here? A. A staggered junction is ahead. B. A low bridge is ahead. C. The road surface changes ahead. D. The road narrows ahead. The correct answer is A. A staggered junction is ahead. Explanation. Traffic could be turning off or pulling out ahead of you, to the left or right. Vehicles turning left will be slowing down before the junction, and any vehicles turning right may have to stop to allow oncoming traffic to clear. Be prepared for this, as you might have to slow down or stop behind them. Question 67. What might you expect to happen in this situation? A. Traffic will move into the right-hand lane. B. Traffic speed will increase. C. Traffic will move into the left-hand lane. D. Traffic will not need to change position. The correct answer is C. Traffic will move into the left-hand lane. Explanation. Be courteous and allow the traffic to merge into the left-hand lane. Question 68. You're driving on a road with several lanes. What do these signs above the lanes mean? A. The 2 right lanes are open. B. The 2 left lanes are open. C. Traffic in the left lanes should stop. D. Traffic in the right lanes should stop. The correct answer is B. The 2 left lanes are open. Explanation. On some busy roads, lane control signals are used to vary the number of lanes available to give priority to the main traffic flow. A green arrow indicates that the lane is available to traffic facing the signal. A white diagonal arrow means that the lane is closed ahead and traffic should move to the next lane on the left. A red cross means that the lane is closed to traffic facing the signal. Question 69. What should you do if a doctor prescribes drugs that are likely to affect your driving? A. Only drive if someone is with you. B. Avoid driving on motorways. C. Get someone else to drive. D. Never drive at more than 30 miles per hour. The correct answer is C. Get someone else to drive. Explanation. You should not drive if you're taking medicine that could cause you to feel drowsy at the wheel. Ask someone else to drive, or if that's not possible, find another way to get home. Question 70. What should you do if you begin to feel drowsy while you're driving? A. Stop and rest as soon as possible. B. Turn the heater up to keep you warm and comfortable. C. Close the car windows to help you concentrate. D. Continue with your journey but drive more slowly. The correct answer is A. Stop and rest as soon as possible. Explanation. You'll be putting other road users at risk if you continue to drive when you're drowsy. Pull over and stop in a safe place for a rest. If you're driving a long distance, think about finding some accommodation so you can rest for longer before continuing your journey. Question 71. What will be a serious distraction while you're driving? A. Looking at road maps. B. Switching on your demister. C. Using your windscreen washers. D. Looking in your door mirror. The correct answer is A. Looking at road maps. Explanation. Looking at road maps while driving is very dangerous. If you're not sure of your route, Stop in a safe place and check the map. You must not allow anything to take your attention away from the road while you're driving. Question 72. You've just been overtaken by this motorcyclist. What should you do if the rider cuts in sharply? A. Sound the horn. B. Brake firmly. C. Keep a safe gap. D. Flash your lights. The correct answer is C. Keep a safe gap. Explanation: if another vehicle cuts in sharply, ease off the accelerator and drop back to allow a safe separation distance. Try not to overreact by braking sharply or swerving, as you could lose control. If vehicles behind you are too close or unprepared, it could lead to a crash. Question 73. What can seriously reduce your ability to concentrate? A. Drugs. B. Busy roads. C. Tinted windows. D. Weather conditions. The correct answer is A. Drugs. Explanation: both recreational drugs and prescribed medicine can affect your concentration. It's also an offense to drive with certain drugs in your body, and a positive test could lead to a conviction. Question 74. When should you use hazard warning lights? A. When you're double parked on a two-way road. B. When your direction indicators are not working. C. When warning oncoming traffic that you intend to stop. D. When your vehicle has broken down and is causing an obstruction. The correct answer is D. When your vehicle has broken down and is causing an obstruction. Explanation: hazard warning lights are an important safety feature and should be used if you've broken down and are causing an obstruction. Do not use them as an excuse to park illegally. You may also use them on motorways to warn traffic behind you of danger ahead. Question 75. You're driving towards this left-hand bend. What danger should you be anticipating? A. A vehicle overtaking you. B. Mud on the road. C. The road getting narrower. D. Pedestrians walking towards you. The correct answer is D. Pedestrians walking towards you. Explanation: pedestrians walking on a road with no pavement should walk against the direction of the traffic. You cannot see around this bend, and if pedestrians are in the road, you need to be able to deal with the situation safely. Always keep this in mind and give yourself time to react if a hazard does appear. Question 76. What should you do if the traffic in the left-hand lane is slowing? A. Slow down, keeping a safe separation distance. B. Accelerate past the vehicles in the left-hand lane. C. Pull up on the left-hand verge. D. Move across and continue in the right-hand lane. The correct answer is A. Slow down, keeping a safe separation distance. Explanation: allow the traffic to merge into the left-hand lane. Leave enough room so that you can maintain a safe separation distance, even if vehicles pull in ahead of you. Question 77. When may you use hazard warning lights? A. When driving on a motorway to warn traffic behind of a hazard ahead. B. When you're double parked on a two-way road. C. When your direction indicators are not working. D. When warning oncoming traffic that you intend to stop. The correct answer is A. When driving on a motorway to warn traffic behind of a hazard ahead. Explanation: hazard warning lights are an important safety feature. Use them when driving on a motorway to warn traffic behind you of danger ahead. You should also use them if your vehicle has broken down and is causing an obstruction. Question 78. Why should the junction on the left be kept clear? A. To allow vehicles to enter and emerge. B. To allow the bus to reverse. C. To allow vehicles to make a U-turn. D. To allow vehicles to park. The correct answer is A. To allow vehicles to enter and emerge. Explanation: you should always try to keep junctions clear. If you're in queuing traffic, make sure that when you stop, you leave enough space for traffic to flow in and out of the junction. Question 79. Which sign means that there may be people walking along the road? A. B. C. D. The correct answer is D. Explanation: always check the road signs. Triangular signs are warning signs. They inform you about hazards ahead and help you to anticipate any problems. There are a number of different signs showing pedestrians. Learn the meaning of each one. Question 80. What should you do if you want to turn left at a junction where pedestrians have started to cross? A. Go around them, leaving plenty of room. B. Stop and wave at them to cross. C. Sound your horn and proceed. D. Give way to them. The correct answer is D. Give way to them. Explanation: when you're turning into a side road, pedestrians who are crossing have priority. You should wait to allow them to finish crossing safely. Be patient if they're slow or unsteady. Do not try to rush them by sounding your horn, flashing your lights, revving your engine, or giving any other inappropriate signal. Question 81. Why is a toucan crossing different from a puffin crossing? A. Moped riders can use it. B. It's controlled by a traffic warden. C. It's controlled by two flashing lights. D. Pedestrians and cyclists can use it together. The correct answer is D. Pedestrians and cyclists can use it together. Explanation: puffin crossings are for use by pedestrians. Cyclists must dismount and push their bicycle over the crossing. Toucan crossings are shared by pedestrians and cyclists, who are permitted to cycle over the crossing. Toucan roadside signals show an icon of a pedestrian and a cyclist together. Question 82. How will a school crossing patrol signal you to stop? A. By pointing to children waiting to cross. B. By displaying a red light. C. By displaying a stop sign. D. By giving you an arm signal. The correct answer is C. By displaying a stop sign. Explanation: if a school crossing patrol steps out into the road with a stop sign, you must stop. Do not wave anyone across the road and do not get impatient or rev your engine. Question 83. Where would you see this sign? A. In the window of a car taking children to school. B. At the side of the road. C. At playground areas. D. On the rear of a school bus or coach. The correct answer is D. On the rear of a school bus or coach. Explanation: vehicles that are used to carry children to and from school will be traveling at busy times of the day. If you're following a vehicle with this sign, be prepared for it to make frequent stops. It might pick up or set down passengers in places other than normal bus stops. Question 84. What does this sign mean? A. No route for pedestrians and cyclists. B. A route for pedestrians only. C. A route for cyclists only. D. A route for pedestrians and cyclists. The correct answer is D. A route for pedestrians and cyclists. Explanation. This sign shows a shared route for pedestrians and cyclists. When it ends, the cyclist will be rejoining the main road. Question 85. You see a pedestrian carrying a white stick that also has a red band. What does this mean? A. They have limited mobility. B. They're deaf. C. They're blind. D. They're deaf and blind. The correct answer is D. They're deaf and blind. Explanation. When someone is deaf as well as blind, they may carry a white stick with a red reflective band or bands. They may not be aware that you're approaching, and they may not be able to hear anything, so for example, your horn would be ineffective as a warning to them. Question 86. What would you do if you see older people crossing the road ahead? A. Wave them across, so they know that you've seen them. B. Be patient and allow them to cross in their own time. C. Rev the engine to let them know that you're waiting. D. Tap the horn in case they're hard of hearing. The correct answer is B. Be patient and allow them to cross in their own time. Explanation. Be aware that older people might take a long time to cross the road. They might also be hard of hearing and not hear you approaching. Do not hurry older people across the road by getting too close to them or revving your engine. Question 87. What should you do when you see an older person about to cross the road ahead? A. Expect them to wait for you to pass. B. Speed up to get past them quickly. C. Stop and wave them across the road. D. Be careful, they may misjudge your speed. The correct answer is D. Be careful, they may misjudge your speed. Explanation. Older people may have impaired hearing, vision, concentration and judgment. They may also walk slowly, and so could take a long time to cross the road. Question 88. Which vehicle should you allow extra room as you overtake them? A. Lorry. B. Tractor. C. Bicycle. D. Road sweeper. The correct answer is C. Bicycle. Explanation. Do not pass cyclists too closely, as they may need to veer around a pothole, drain or other hazard. Be buffeted by side wind, be made unsteady by your vehicle. Always leave as much room as you would for a car, and do not cut in front of them. Question 89. Why should you look carefully for motorcyclists and cyclists at junctions? A. They may want to turn into the side road. B. They may slow down to let you turn. C. They're harder to see. D. They might not see you turn. The correct answer is C. They're harder to see. Explanation. Cyclists and motorcyclists are smaller than other vehicles, and so are more difficult to see. They can easily be hidden from your view by cars parked near a junction. Question 90. Which is the most vulnerable road user? A. car driver, B. tractor driver, C. lorry driver, D. motorcyclist? The correct answer is D. motorcyclist. Explanation: pedestrians and riders on two wheels can be harder to see than other road users. Make sure you look for them, especially at junctions. Effective observation coupled with appropriate action can save lives. Question 91. You're approaching a roundabout. What should you do if there are horses being ridden in front of you? A. Sound your horn as a warning. B. Treat them like any other vehicle. C. Give them plenty of room. D. Accelerate past as quickly as possible. The correct answer is C. Give them plenty of room. Explanation: horse riders often keep to the outside of the roundabout, even if they're turning right. Give them plenty of room, and remember that they may have to cross lanes of traffic. Question 92. As you approach a pelican crossing, the lights change to green. What should you do if older people are still crossing? A. Wave them to cross as quickly as they can. B. Rev your engine to make them hurry. C. Flash your lights in case they've not noticed you. D. Wait patiently while they cross. The correct answer is D. Wait patiently while they cross. Explanation: if the lights turn to green, wait for any pedestrians to clear the crossing. Allow them to finish crossing the road in their own time, and do not try to hurry them by revving your engine. Question 93. What action should you take when you see flashing amber lights under a school warning sign? A. Reduce speed until you're clear of the area. B. Keep up your speed and sound the horn. C. Increase your speed to clear the area quickly. D. Wait at the lights until they stop flashing. The correct answer is A. Reduce speed until you're clear of the area. Explanation: the flashing amber lights are switched on to warn you that children may be crossing near a school. Slow down and take extra care, as you may have to stop. Question 94. Why should these road markings be kept clear? A. To allow children to be dropped off at school. B. To allow teachers to park. C. To allow children to be picked up after school. D. To allow children to see and be seen when they're crossing the road. The correct answer is D. To allow children to see and be seen when they're crossing the road. Explanation: the markings are there to show that the area should be kept clear. This is to allow an unrestricted view for approaching drivers and riders, children wanting to cross the road. Question 95. You're following two cyclists as they approach a roundabout in the left-hand lane. Where would you expect the cyclist to go? A. Left. B. Right. C. Any direction. D. Straight ahead. The correct answer is C. Any direction. Explanation: cyclists approaching a roundabout in the left-hand lane may be turning right, but may not have been able to get into the correct lane due to heavy traffic. They may also feel safer keeping to the left all the way around the roundabout. Be aware of them and give them plenty of room. Question 96. You're on a country road. What should you expect to see coming towards you on your side of the road? A. Motorcycles. B. Bicycles. C. Pedestrians. D. Horse riders. The correct answer is C. Pedestrians. Explanation: on a quiet country road, always be aware that there may be a hazard just around the next bend, such as a slow-moving vehicle or pedestrians. Pedestrians are advised to walk on the right-hand side of the road if there's no pavement, so they may be walking towards you on your side of the road. Question 97. You're following a cyclist. What should you do when you wish to turn left a short distance ahead? A. Overtake the cyclist before you reach the junction. B. Pull alongside the cyclist and stay level until after the junction. C. Hold back until the cyclist has passed the junction. D. Go around the cyclist on the junction. The correct answer is C. Hold back until the cyclist has passed the junction. Explanation: make allowances for cyclists and give them plenty of room. Do not overtake and then immediately turn left. Be patient and turn behind them when they've passed the junction. Question 98. What does it mean when a moving vehicle is showing a flashing amber beacon? A. The vehicle is slow moving. B. The vehicle has broken down. C. The vehicle is a doctor's car. D. The vehicle belongs to a school crossing patrol. The correct answer is A. The vehicle is slow moving. Explanation: different colored beacons warn of different types of vehicle needing special attention. Blue beacons are used on emergency vehicles that need priority. Green beacons are found on doctors' cars. Amber beacons generally denote slower moving vehicles which are often large. These vehicles are usually involved in road maintenance or local amenities and make frequent stops. Question 99. What does this sign mean? A. Contraflow cycle lane. B. With flow cycle lane. C. Cycles and buses only. D. No cycles or buses. The correct answer is B. With flow cycle lane. Explanation: usually, a picture of a cycle will also be painted on the road, and sometimes the lane will have a different colored surface. Leave these areas clear for cyclists and do not pass too closely when you overtake. Question 100. You're approaching this roundabout. What should you do when a cyclist is keeping to the left while signaling to turn right? A. Sound your horn. B. Overtake them. C. Assume they're turning left. D. Allow them space to turn. The correct answer is D. Allow them space to turn. Explanation: cycling in today's heavy traffic can be hazardous. Some cyclists may not feel safe crossing the path of traffic to take up a position in an outside lane. Be aware of this and understand that, although they're in the left-hand lane, the cyclist might be turning right. Question 101. What's the meaning of this sign? A. Local speed limit applies. B. No waiting on the carriageway. C. National speed limit applies. D. No entry for vehicles. The correct answer is C. National speed limit applies. Explanation: this sign does not tell you the speed limit in figures. You should know the speed limit for the type of road that you're on and the type of vehicle that you're driving or riding. Study your copy of the Highway Code. Question 102. What's the national speed limit for cars and motorcycles on a dual carriageway? A. 30 miles per hour. B. 50 miles per hour. C. 60 miles per hour. D. 70 miles per hour. The correct answer is D. 70 miles per hour. Explanation. Make sure that you know the speed limit for the road that you're on. The speed limit on a dual carriageway or motorway is 70 miles per hour for cars and motorcycles, unless signs indicate otherwise. The speed limits for different types of vehicle are listed in the Highway Code. Question 103. There are no speed limit signs on the road. In England, Scotland and Northern Ireland, how is a 30-mile-per-hour limit generally indicated? A. By hazard warning lines. B. By street lighting. C. By pedestrian islands. D. By double or single yellow lines. The correct answer is B. By street lighting. Explanation. In England, Scotland and Northern Ireland, there's a 30 miles per hour speed limit where there are street lights unless signs show another limit. In Wales, street lights indicate the limit is 20 miles per hour unless signs show otherwise. Question 104. In England, Scotland and Northern Ireland, what will the speed limit usually be where you can see street lights but no speed limit signs? A. 30 miles per hour. B. 40 miles per hour. C. 50 miles per hour. D. 60 miles per hour. The correct answer is A. 30 miles per hour. Explanation. In England, Scotland and Northern Ireland, the presence of street lights generally indicates that there's a 30 miles per hour speed limit, unless signs tell you otherwise. In Wales, street lights indicate a 20 miles per hour limit, unless signs show otherwise. Question 105. What does this sign mean? A. Minimum speed 30 miles per hour. B. End of maximum speed. C. End of minimum speed. D. Maximum speed 30 miles per hour. The correct answer is C. End of minimum speed. Explanation. The red slash through the sign indicates that the restriction has ended. In this case, the restriction was a minimum speed limit of 30 miles per hour. Question 106. What should you do if you want to overtake a tractor but are not sure that it's safe? A. Follow another vehicle as it overtakes the tractor. B. Sound your horn to make the tractor driver pull over. C. Speed past, flashing your lights at oncoming traffic. D. Stay behind it if you're in any doubt. The correct answer is D. Stay behind it if you're in any doubt. Explanation. Following a tractor can be frustrating, but never overtake if you're unsure whether it's safe. Ask yourself, can I see far enough down the road to make sure that I can complete the maneuver safely? It's better to be delayed for a minute or two than to take a chance that may cause a collision. Question 107. Which vehicle is most likely to take an unusual course at a roundabout? A. Estate car. B. Taxi. C. Delivery van. D. Long vehicle. The correct answer is D. Long vehicle. Explanation. Long vehicles might have to take a slightly different position when approaching the roundabout or going around it. This is to stop the rear of the vehicle cutting in and mounting the curb. Question 108. When may you stop on a clearway? A. Never. B. When it's busy. C. In the rush hour. D. During daylight hours. The correct answer is A. Never. Explanation: clearways are in place so that traffic can flow without the obstruction of parked vehicles. Just one parked vehicle can cause an obstruction for all other traffic. You must not stop where a clearway is in force, not even to pick up or set down passengers. Question 109. What's the meaning of this sign? A. No entry. B. Waiting restrictions. C. National speed limit. D. School crossing patrol. The correct answer is B. Waiting restrictions. Explanation: this sign indicates that there are waiting restrictions. It's normally accompanied by details of when the restrictions are in force. Details of most signs in common use are shown in the Highway Code. For more comprehensive coverage, see Know Your Traffic Signs. Question 110. When should you use the right-hand lane of a 3-lane dual carriageway? A. When you're overtaking only. B. When you're overtaking or turning right. C. When you're using cruise control. D. When you're turning right only. The correct answer is B. When you're overtaking or turning right. Explanation: you should normally use the left-hand lane on any dual carriageway, unless you're overtaking or turning right. When overtaking on a dual carriageway, look for vehicles ahead that are turning right. They may be slowing or stopped. You need to see them in good time so that you can take appropriate action. Question 111. You're approaching a busy junction. What should you do when at the last moment you realize you're in the wrong lane? A. Continue in that lane. B. Force your way into the lane you need. C. Stop until the area has cleared. D. Use arm signals to help you change lane. The correct answer is A. Continue in that lane. Explanation: there are times when road markings are obscured by queuing traffic, or you're unsure which lane to use. If at the last moment you find you're in the wrong lane, do not cut across or bully other drivers to let you in. Follow the lane you're in and find somewhere safe to turn around and rejoin your route. Question 112. Where may you overtake on a one-way street? A. Only on the left-hand side. B. Overtaking is not allowed. C. Only on the right-hand side. D. On either the right or the left. The correct answer is D. On either the right or the left. Explanation: you can overtake other traffic on either side when traveling in a one-way street. Make full use of your mirrors and make sure it's clear all around before you attempt to overtake. Look for signs and road markings, and use the most suitable lane for your destination. Question 113. What signal should you give when you're going straight ahead at a roundabout? A. Signal left before leaving the roundabout. B. Do not signal at any time. C. Signal right when you're approaching the roundabout. D. Signal left when you're approaching the roundabout. The correct answer is A. Signal left before leaving the roundabout. Explanation: when going straight ahead at a roundabout, do not signal as you approach it. Signal left just after passing the exit before the one you wish to take. Question 114. When may you enter a box junction? A. When there are fewer than 2 vehicles ahead. B. Do not signal at any time. C. When your exit road is clear. D. When traffic signs direct you. The correct answer is C. When your exit road is clear. Explanation: yellow box junctions are marked on the road to prevent the road becoming blocked. Do not enter the box unless your exit road is clear. You may wait in the box if you want to turn right and your exit road is clear, but oncoming traffic or other vehicles waiting to turn right are preventing you from making the turn. Question 115. When may you stop and wait in a box junction? A. When oncoming traffic prevents you from turning right. B. When you're in a queue of traffic turning left. C. When you're in a queue of traffic going ahead. D. When you're on a roundabout. The correct answer is A. When oncoming traffic prevents you from turning right. Explanation: the purpose of yellow box markings is to keep junctions clear of queuing traffic. You may only wait in the marked area when you're turning right and your exit lane is clear, but you cannot complete the turn because of oncoming traffic or other traffic waiting to turn right. Question 116. What should you do if you see a pedestrian waiting at a zebra crossing? A. Go on quickly before they step onto the crossing. B. Stop before you reach the zigzag lines and let them cross. C. Be ready to slow down or stop to let them cross. D. Ignore them as they're still on the pavement. The correct answer is C. Be ready to slow down or stop to let them cross. Explanation: by standing on the pavement, the pedestrian is showing an intention to cross. By looking well ahead, you'll give yourself time to see the pedestrian. Check your mirrors and respond safely. Question 117. You see these double white lines along the center of the road. When may you park on the left? A. If the line nearest to you is broken. B. When there are no yellow lines. C. To pick up or set down passengers. D. During daylight hours only. The correct answer is C. To pick up or set down passengers. Explanation: you must not park or stop on a road marked with double white lines, even where one of the lines is broken, except to pick up or set down passengers. Question 118. When would you use the right-hand lane of a 2-lane dual carriageway? A. When you're turning right or overtaking. B. When you're passing a side road on the left. C. When you're staying at the minimum allowed speed. D. When you're traveling at a constant high speed. The correct answer is A. When you're turning right or overtaking. Explanation: normally, you should travel in the left-hand lane and only use the right-hand lane for overtaking or turning right. Move back into the left lane as soon as it's safe, but do not cut in across the path of the vehicle you've just passed. Question 119. What's the nearest you may park to a junction? A. 10 meters, 32 feet. B. 12 meters, 39 feet. C. 15 meters, 49 feet. D. 20 meters, 66 feet. The correct answer is A. 10 meters, 32 feet. Explanation: do not park within 10 meters, 32 feet, of a junction, unless in an authorized parking place. This is to allow drivers emerging from, or turning into, the junction a clear view of the road they're joining. It also allows them to see hazards such as pedestrians or cyclists at the junction. Question 120. You're waiting at a level crossing. What must you do if a train passes, but the lights keep flashing? A. Carry on waiting. B. Phone the signal operator. C. Edge over the stop line and look for trains. D. Park and investigate. The correct answer is A. Carry on waiting. Explanation: if the lights at a level crossing keep flashing after a train has passed, you should continue to wait, because another train might be coming. Time seems to pass slowly when you're held up in a queue. Be patient and wait until the lights stop flashing. Question 121. What does this sign mean? A. No through road. B. End of traffic calming zone. C. Free parking zone ends. D. End of controlled parking zone. The correct answer is D. End of controlled parking zone. Explanation: this sign shows that you're leaving a controlled parking zone and those restrictions no longer apply. Question 122. What must you do if you come across roadworks that have a temporary speed limit displayed? A. Obey the speed limit. B. Obey the limit, but only during rush hour. C. Ignore the displayed limit. D. Use your own judgment, the limit is only advisory. The correct answer is A. Obey the speed limit. Explanation: where there are extra hazards, such as at roadworks, it's often necessary to slow traffic by imposing a lower speed limit. These speed limits are not advisory, they must be obeyed. Question 123. You're in a built-up area at night and the road is well lit. Why should you use dipped headlights? A. So that you can see further along the road. B. So that you can go at a much faster speed. C. So that you can switch to main beam quickly. D. So that you can be easily seen by others. The correct answer is D. So that you can be easily seen by others. Explanation: you may be difficult to see when you're traveling at night, even on a well-lit road. If you use dipped headlights rather than side lights, other road users should be able to see you more easily. Question 124. You're turning right onto a dual carriageway. What should you do if the central reservation is too narrow to contain your vehicle? A. Proceed to the central reservation and wait. B. Wait until the road is clear in both directions. C. Stop in the first lane so that other vehicles give way. D. Emerge slightly to show your intentions. The correct answer is B. Wait until the road is clear in both directions. Explanation: when the central reservation is narrow, it may not be able to contain your vehicle. In this case, you should treat a dual carriageway as one road. Wait until the road is clear in both directions before emerging to turn right. If you try to treat it as two separate roads and wait in the middle, your vehicle will stick out and cause an obstruction that may lead to a collision. Question 125. What's the national speed limit on a single carriageway road for cars and motorcycles? A. 30 miles per hour. B. 50 miles per hour, C. 60 miles per hour, D. 70 miles per hour. The correct answer is C. 60 miles per hour. Explanation: exceeding the speed limit is dangerous and can result in you receiving penalty points on your license. It's not worth it. You should know the speed limit for the road that you're on by observing the road signs. Different speed limits apply if you're towing a trailer. Question 126. What should you do when you park at night on a road that has a 40 miles per hour speed limit? A. Park facing the traffic. B. Leave parking lights switched on. C. Leave dipped headlights switched on. D. Park near a street light. The correct answer is B. Leave parking lights switched on. Explanation: you must use parking lights when parking at night on a road or in a lay-by on a road with a speed limit greater than 30 miles per hour. You must also park in the direction of the traffic flow and not close to a junction. Question 127. Where will you see these red and white markers? A. Approaching the end of a motorway. B. Approaching a concealed level crossing. C. Approaching a concealed speed limit sign. D. Approaching the end of a dual carriageway. The correct answer is B. Approaching a concealed level crossing. Explanation: if there's a bend just before a level crossing, you may not be able to see the level crossing barriers or waiting traffic. These signs give you an early warning that you may find these hazards just around the bend. Question 128. A single carriageway road has this sign. What's the maximum permitted speed for a car towing a trailer? A. 30 miles per hour. B. 40 miles per hour. C. 50 miles per hour. D. 60 miles per hour. The correct answer is C. 50 miles per hour. Explanation: when you're towing a trailer, a reduced speed limit also applies on dual carriageways and motorways. These lower speed limits apply to vehicles pulling all sorts of trailers, including caravans and horse boxes. Question 129. What's the speed limit for a car towing a caravan on a dual carriageway? A. 50 miles per hour. B. 40 miles per hour. C. 70 miles per hour. D. 60 miles per hour. The correct answer is D. 60 miles per hour. Explanation: the speed limit for cars towing caravans or trailers on dual carriageways or motorways is 60 miles per hour. Due to the increased weight and size of the combination, you should plan further ahead. Take care in windy weather, as a strong side wind can make a caravan or large trailer unstable. Question 130. You want to park and you see this sign. What should you do on the days and times shown? A. Park in a bay and not pay. B. Park on yellow lines and pay. C. Park on yellow lines and not pay. D. Park in a bay and pay. The correct answer is D. Park in a bay and pay. Explanation: parking restrictions apply in a variety of places and situations. Make sure you know the rules and understand where and when restrictions apply. Controlled parking areas will be indicated by signs and road markings. Parking in the wrong place could cause an obstruction and danger to other traffic. It can also result in a fine. Question 131. A cycle lane, marked by a solid white line, is in operation. What does this mean for car drivers? A. They may park in the lane. B. They may drive in the lane at any time. C. They may use the lane when necessary. D. They must not drive along the lane. The correct answer is D. They must not drive along the lane. Explanation: while it's in operation, other vehicles must not use this part of the carriageway except to pick up or set down passengers. At other times, when the lane is not in operation, you should still be aware that there may be cyclists using the lane. Give them plenty of room as you pass, and allow for their movement from side to side, especially in windy weather or on a bumpy road. Question 132. When may you drive without wearing your seatbelt? A. When you're carrying out a maneuver that includes reversing. B. When you're moving off on a hill. C. When you're testing your brakes. D. When you're driving slowly in queuing traffic. The correct answer is A. When you're carrying out a maneuver that includes reversing. Explanation: you may remove your seatbelt while you're carrying out a maneuver that includes reversing. However, you must remember to put it back on again before you resume driving. Question 133. How far are you allowed to reverse? A. No further than is necessary. B. No more than a car's length. C. As far as it takes to reverse around a corner. D. The length of a residential street. The correct answer is A. No further than is necessary. Explanation: you must not reverse further than is necessary. You may decide to turn your vehicle around by reversing into an opening or side road. When you reverse, always look all around you and watch for pedestrians. Do not reverse from a side road into a main road. Question 134. You're driving at night with your headlights on main beam. A vehicle is overtaking you. When should you dip your headlights? A. Sometime after the vehicle has passed you. B. Before the vehicle starts to pass you. C. Only if the other driver dips their headlights. D. As soon as the vehicle passes you. The correct answer is D. As soon as the vehicle passes you. Explanation: on main beam, your lights could dazzle the driver in front. Dip your headlights as soon as the driver passes you and drop back, so that the dipped beam falls short of the vehicle in front. Question 135. When may you drive a car in this bus lane? A. Outside its hours of operation. B. To get to the front of a traffic queue. C. You may not use it at any time. D. To overtake slow-moving traffic. The correct answer is A. Outside its hours of operation. Explanation: some bus lanes operate only during peak hours, and other vehicles may use them outside these hours. Make sure you check the sign for the hours of operation before driving in a bus lane. Question 136. You're driving in the right-hand lane of a dual carriageway. What should you do if you see a sign showing that the right-hand lane is closed 800 yards ahead? A. Keep in that lane until you reach the queue. B. Move to the left immediately. C. Wait and see which lane is moving faster. D. Move to the left in good time. The correct answer is D. Move to the left in good time. Explanation. Keep a lookout for traffic signs. If you're directed to change lanes, do so in good time. Do not push your way into traffic in another lane. Try to gain advantage by delaying changing lanes. Question 137. When should you use your vehicle's horn? A. To alert others to your presence. B. To allow you right of way. C. To greet other road users. D. To signal your annoyance. The correct answer is A. To alert others to your presence. Explanation. You must not use your vehicle's horn between 11:30 p.m. and 7 a.m. in a built-up area, or when you're stationary, unless a moving vehicle poses a danger. Its function is to alert other road users to your presence. Question 138. How can you identify traffic signs that give orders? A. They're rectangular with a yellow border. B. They're triangular with a blue border. C. They're square with a brown border. D. They're circular with a red border. The correct answer is D. They're circular with a red border. Explanation. There are three basic types of traffic sign: those that warn, those that inform, and those that give orders. Generally, triangular signs warn, rectangular signs give information or directions, and circular signs give orders. An exception is the 8-sided stop sign. Question 139. What shape are traffic signs giving orders? A. B. C. D. The correct answer is D. Explanation. Road signs in the shape of a circle give orders. Those with a red circle are mostly prohibitive. The stop sign is octagonal to give it greater prominence. Signs giving orders must always be obeyed. Question 140. Which type of sign tells you what you must not do? A. B. C. D. The correct answer is A. Explanation. Signs in the shape of a circle give orders. A sign with a red circle means that you're not allowed to do something. Know your traffic signs to make sure that you understand what the different traffic signs mean. Question 141. What does this sign mean? A. Maximum speed limit with traffic calming. B. Minimum speed limit with traffic calming. C. 20 cars only parking zone. D. Only 20 cars allowed at any one time. The correct answer is A. Maximum speed limit with traffic calming. Explanation. If you're in a place where there are likely to be pedestrians, for example, outside a school, near a park, in a residential area, or in a shopping area, you should be cautious and keep your speed down. Many local authorities have taken steps to slow traffic down by creating traffic calming measures such as road humps. They're there for a reason. Slow down. Question 142. What does this sign mean? A. No overtaking. B. No motor vehicles. C. Clearway, no stopping. D. Cars and motorcycles only. The correct answer is B. No motor vehicles. Explanation. A sign will indicate which types of vehicles are prohibited from certain roads. Make sure that you know which signs apply to the vehicle you're using. Question 143. What does this sign mean? A. No parking. B. No road markings. C. No through road. D. No entry. The correct answer is D. No entry. Explanation: no entry signs are used in places such as one-way streets to prevent vehicles driving against the traffic. To ignore one would be dangerous, both for yourself and for other road users, as well as being against the law. Question 144. Which sign means no entry? A. B. C. D. The correct answer is D. Explanation: look for and obey traffic signs. Disobeying or not seeing a sign could be dangerous. It may also be an offense for which you could be prosecuted. Question 145. What does this sign mean? A. Route for trams only. B. Route for buses only. C. Parking for buses only. D. Parking for trams only. The correct answer is A. Route for trams only. Explanation: avoid blocking tram routes. Trams are fixed on their route and cannot maneuver around other vehicles or pedestrians. Modern trams travel quickly and are quiet, so you might not hear them approaching. Question 146. Which type of vehicle does this sign apply to? A. Wide vehicles. B. Long vehicles. C. High vehicles. D. Heavy vehicles. The correct answer is C. High vehicles. Explanation: the triangular shapes above and below the dimensions indicate a height restriction that applies to the road ahead. Question 147. Which sign means no motor vehicles allowed? A. B. C. D. The correct answer is B. Explanation: this sign is used to enable pedestrians to walk free from traffic. It's often found in shopping areas. Question 148. Which sign means no stopping? A. B. C. D. The correct answer is B. Explanation: stopping where this clearway restriction applies is likely to cause congestion. Allow the traffic to flow by obeying the signs. Question 149. What does this sign mean? A. Distance to parking place ahead. B. Distance to public telephone ahead. C. Distance to public house ahead. D. Distance to passing place ahead. The correct answer is A. Distance to parking place ahead. Explanation: if you intend to stop and rest, this sign allows you time to reduce speed and pull over safely. Question 150. What does this traffic sign mean? A. No overtaking allowed. B. Give priority to oncoming traffic. C. Two-way traffic. D. One-way traffic only. The correct answer is B. Give priority to oncoming traffic. Explanation. Priority signs are normally shown where the road is narrow and there's not enough room for two vehicles to pass. Examples are narrow bridges, roadworks, and where there's a width restriction. Make sure you know who has priority. Do not force your way through. Show courtesy and consideration to other road users. Question 151. What's the meaning of this traffic sign? A. End of two-way road. B. Give priority to vehicles coming towards you. C. You have priority over vehicles coming towards you. D. Bus lane ahead. The correct answer is C. You have priority over vehicles coming towards you. Explanation. Do not force your way through. Show courtesy and consideration to other road users. Although you have priority, make sure oncoming traffic is going to give way before you continue. Question 152. What shape is a stop sign? A. B. C. D. The correct answer is D. Explanation. To make it easy to recognize, the stop sign is the only sign of this shape. You must stop and take effective observation before proceeding. Question 153. In winter, road signs can become covered by snow. What does this sign mean? A. Crossroads. B. Give way. C. Stop. D. Turn right. The correct answer is C. Stop. Explanation. The stop sign is the only road sign that's octagonal. This is so that it can be recognized and obeyed, even if it's obscured, for example, by snow. Question 154. What does this sign mean? A. Service area 30 miles ahead. B. Maximum speed 30 miles per hour. C. Minimum speed 30 miles per hour. D. Lay-by 30 miles ahead. The correct answer is C. Minimum speed 30 miles per hour. Explanation. This sign is shown where slow-moving vehicles would impede the flow of traffic, for example in tunnels. However, if you need to slow down or even stop to avoid an incident or potential collision, you should do so. Question 155. What does this sign mean? A. Give way to oncoming vehicles. B. Approaching traffic passes you on both sides. C. Turn off at the next available junction. D. Pass either side to get to the same destination. The correct answer is D. Pass either side to get to the same destination. Explanation. These signs are often seen in one-way streets that have more than one lane. When you see this sign, use the route that's the most convenient and does not require a late change of direction. Question 156. What does this sign mean? A. Route for trams. B. Give way to trams. C. Route for buses. D. Give way to buses. The correct answer is A. Route for trams. Explanation. Take extra care when you encounter trams. Look out for road markings and signs that alert you to them. Modern trams are very quiet and you may not hear them approaching. Question 157. What messages are given by circular traffic signs that have a blue background? A. They give temporary directions during a diversion. B. They give directions to car parks. C. They give motorway information. D. They give mandatory instructions. The correct answer is D. They give mandatory instructions. Explanation. Signs with blue circles generally give mandatory instruction. These are often found in urban areas and include signs for mini roundabouts and directional arrows. Question 158. Where would you see a contraflow bus lane? A. On a dual carriageway. B. On a roundabout. C. On an urban motorway. D. On a one-way street. The correct answer is D. On a one-way street. Explanation. The traffic permitted to use a contraflow lane travels in the opposite direction to traffic in the other lanes on the road. Question 159. What does this sign mean? A. Tourist attraction. B. Beware of trains. C. Level crossing. D. Beware of trams. The correct answer is A. Tourist attraction. Explanation. These signs indicate places of interest and are designed to guide you by the easiest route. They're particularly useful when you're unfamiliar with the area. Question 160. What does this sign mean? A. Turn left ahead. B. T-junction. C. No through road. D. Beware of trams. The correct answer is B. T-junction. Explanation. This type of sign warns you of hazards ahead. Make sure you look at each sign and road marking that you pass, so that you do not miss any vital instructions or information. This sign shows there's a T-junction with priority over vehicles from the right. Question 161. What does this sign mean? A. Multi-exit roundabout. B. Risk of ice. C. 6 roads converge. D. Beware of trams. The correct answer is B. Risk of ice. Explanation. It will take up to 10 times longer to stop when it's icy. Where there's a risk of icy conditions, you need to be aware of this and take extra care. If you think the road may be icy, do not brake or steer harshly, as your tires could lose their grip on the road. Question 162. What does this sign mean? A. Crossroads. B. Level crossing with gate. C. Level crossing without gate. D. Ahead only. The correct answer is A. Crossroads. Explanation. The priority through the junction is shown by the broader line. You need to be aware of the hazard posed by traffic crossing or pulling out onto a major road. Question 163. What does this sign mean? A. Ring road. B. Mini roundabout. C. No vehicles. D. Roundabout. The correct answer is D. Roundabout. Explanation. As you approach a roundabout, look well ahead and check all signs. Decide which exit you wish to take and move into the correct position as you approach the roundabout, signaling as required. Question 164. Which sign means that pedestrians may be walking along the road? A. B. C. D. The correct answer is A. Explanation. When you pass pedestrians in the road, leave plenty of room. You might have to use the right-hand side of the road, so look well ahead, as well as in your mirrors, before pulling out. Take great care if a bend in the road obscures your view ahead. Question 165. What does this sign mean? A. Hump bridge. B. Humps in the road. C. Entrance to tunnel. D. Soft verges. The correct answer is B. Humps in the road. Explanation. These humps have been put in place to slow the traffic down. They're usually found in residential areas. Slow down to an appropriate speed. Question 166. Which sign means the end of a dual carriageway? A. B. C. D. The correct answer is D. Explanation. If you're overtaking, make sure you move back safely into the left-hand lane before you reach the end of the dual carriageway. Question 167. What does this sign mean? A. Level crossing with gate or barrier. B. Gated road ahead. C. Level crossing without gate or barrier. D. Cattle grid ahead. The correct answer is A. Level crossing with gate or barrier. Explanation. Some crossings have gates but no attendant or signals. You should stop, look both ways, listen, and make sure that no train is approaching. If there's a telephone, contact the signal operator to make sure it's safe to cross. Question 168. Which is the sign for a ring road? A. B. C. D. The correct answer is C. Explanation. Ring roads are designed to relieve congestion in towns and city centers. Question 169. What does this sign mean? A. The right-hand lane ahead is narrow. B. Right-hand lane for buses only. C. Right-hand lane for turning right. D. The right-hand lane is closed. The correct answer is D. The right-hand lane is closed. Explanation. Yellow and black temporary signs may be used to inform you about roadworks or lane restrictions. Look well ahead. If you have to change lanes, do so in good time. Question 170. What does this sign mean? A. Change to the left-hand lane. B. Leave at the next exit. C. Contraflow system. D. One-way street. The correct answer is C. Contraflow system. Explanation. If you use the right-hand lane in a contraflow system, you'll be traveling with no permanent barrier between you and the oncoming traffic. Observe speed limits and keep a good distance from the vehicle ahead. Question 171. What does this sign mean? A. Leave motorway at next exit. B. Lane for heavy and slow vehicles. C. All lorries use the hard shoulder. D. Rest area for lorries. The correct answer is B. Lane for heavy and slow vehicles. Explanation. Where there's a long, steep uphill gradient on a motorway, a crawler lane may be provided. This helps the traffic to flow by diverting the slower heavy vehicles into a dedicated lane on the left. Question 172. What does this sign mean? A. Traffic lights out of order. B. Amber signal out of order. C. Temporary traffic lights ahead. D. New traffic lights ahead. The correct answer is A. Traffic lights out of order. Explanation: you might see this sign where traffic lights are out of order. Proceed with caution, as nobody has priority at the junction. Question 173. What do these zigzag white lines mean? A. No parking at any time. B. Parking allowed only for a short time. C. Slow down to 20 miles per hour. D. Sounding horns is not allowed. The correct answer is A. No parking at any time. Explanation: the approach to and exit from a pedestrian crossing is marked with zigzag lines. You must not park on them or overtake the leading vehicle when approaching the crossing. Parking here would block the view for pedestrians and approaching traffic. Question 174. When may you cross a double solid white line in the middle of the road? A. To pass traffic that's queuing back at a junction. B. To pass a car signaling to turn left ahead. C. To pass a road maintenance vehicle traveling at 10 miles per hour or less. D. To pass a vehicle that's towing a trailer. The correct answer is C. To pass a road maintenance vehicle traveling at 10 miles per hour or less. Explanation: you may cross the solid white line to pass a stationary vehicle, or to pass a cyclist, horse, or road maintenance vehicle if it's traveling at 10 miles per hour or less. You may also cross the solid white line to enter a side road or access a property. Question 175. What does this road marking mean? A. Do not cross the line. B. No stopping allowed. C. You're approaching a hazard. D. No overtaking allowed. The correct answer is C. You're approaching a hazard. Explanation: a single broken line along the center of the road, with long markings and short gaps, is a hazard warning line. Do not cross it unless you can see that the road is clear well ahead. Question 176. Where would you see this road marking? A. At traffic lights. B. On road humps. C. Near a level crossing. D. At a box junction. The correct answer is B. On road humps. Explanation: because the road has a dark color, changes in level are not easily seen. White triangles painted on the road surface give you an indication of where there are road humps. Question 177. Which diagram shows a hazard warning line? A. B. C. D. The correct answer is A. Explanation: you need to know the difference between the normal center line and a hazard warning line. If there's a hazard ahead, the markings are longer and the gaps shorter. This gives you advance warning of an unspecified hazard. Question 178. Why does this junction have a stop sign and a stop line on the road? A. Speed on the major road is restricted. B. It's a busy junction C. Visibility along the major road is restricted. D. The junction is on a downhill gradient. The correct answer is C. Visibility along the major road is restricted. Explanation: where emerging traffic has a very restricted view of the main road, you may find a stop sign and a solid white stop line. You must stop at the line and then check carefully before you emerge. Question 179. What does this line across the road at the entrance to a roundabout mean? A. Give way to traffic from the right. B. Traffic from the left has right of way. C. You have right of way. D. Stop at the line. The correct answer is A. Give way to traffic from the right. Explanation: slow down as you approach the roundabout and check for traffic from the right. If you need to stop and give way, stay behind the broken line until it's safe to emerge onto the roundabout. Question 180. You're approaching a junction where the traffic lights are not working. What should you do when a police officer gives this signal? A. Turn left only. B. Turn right only. C. Continue ahead only. D. Stop at the line. The correct answer is D. Stop at the stop line. Explanation: when a police officer or traffic warden is directing traffic, you must obey them. They'll use the arm signals shown in the highway code. Learn what these signals mean and obey them. Question 181. What does this arm signal mean? A. The driver is slowing down. B. The driver intends to turn right. C. The driver wishes to overtake. D. The driver intends to turn left. The correct answer is D. The driver intends to turn left. Explanation: there might be an occasion where another driver uses an arm signal. This may be because the vehicle's indicators are obscured by other traffic. In order for such signals to be effective, all drivers should know their meaning. Be aware that the left turn signal might look similar to the slowing down signal. Question 182. What does this motorway sign mean? A. Temporary minimum speed 50 miles per hour. B. No services for 50 miles. C. Obstruction 50 meters, 164 feet, ahead. D. Temporary maximum speed 50 miles per hour. The correct answer is D. Temporary maximum speed 50 miles per hour. Explanation: look out for signs above your lane or on the central reservation. These will give you important information or warnings about the road ahead. To allow for the high speed of motorway traffic, these signs may light up some distance from any hazard. Do not ignore the signs just because the road looks clear to you. Question 183. What does this sign mean? A. Through traffic to use left lane. B. Right-hand lane T-junction only. C. Right-hand lane closed ahead. D. 11-ton weight limit. The correct answer is C. Right-hand lane closed ahead. Explanation: you should change lanes as directed by the sign. Here, the right-hand lane is closed but the left-hand and center lanes are available. Merging in turn is recommended when it's safe and traffic is going slowly, for example, at roadworks or a road traffic incident. When vehicles are traveling at speed, this is not advisable, and you should move into the appropriate lane in good time. Question 184. What does this sign mean? A. No motor vehicles. B. End of motorway. C. No through road. D. End of bus lane. The correct answer is B. End of motorway. Explanation: when you leave the motorway, make sure that you check your speedometer. You may be going faster than you realize. Slow down and look for speed limit signs. Question 185. You're on a motorway. A lorry has stopped in the right-hand lane. What should you do when you see this sign on the lorry? A. Move into the right-hand lane. B. Stop behind the flashing lights. C. Pass the lorry on the left. D. Leave the motorway at the next exit. The correct answer is C. Pass the lorry on the left. Explanation: sometimes work is carried out on the motorway without closing the lanes. When this happens, signs are mounted on the back of lorries to warn other road users of the roadworks ahead. Question 186. What does this sign mean? A. Buses turning. B. Ring road. C. Mini roundabout. D. Keep right. The correct answer is C. Mini roundabout. Explanation: when you see this sign, look out for any direction signs and judge whether you need to signal your intentions. Do this in good time so that other road users approaching the roundabout know what you're planning to do. Question 187. What does this sign mean? A. Two-way traffic straight ahead. B. Two-way traffic crosses a one-way road. C. Two-way traffic over a bridge. D. Two-way traffic crosses a two-way road. The correct answer is B. Two-way traffic crosses a one-way road. Explanation: be prepared for traffic approaching from junctions on either side of you. Try to avoid unnecessary changing of lanes just before the junction. Question 188. What does this sign mean? A. Two-way traffic crosses a one-way road. B. Traffic approaching you has priority. C. Two-way traffic straight ahead. D. Motorway contraflow system ahead. The correct answer is C. Two-way traffic straight ahead. Explanation: this sign may be at the end of a dual carriageway or a one-way street. It's there to warn you of oncoming traffic. Question 189. Which sign shows that you're entering a one-way system? A. B. C. D. The correct answer is B. Explanation: if the road has two lanes, you can use either lane and overtake on either side. Use the lane that's more convenient for your destination unless signs or road markings indicate otherwise. Question 190. What does this sign mean? A. School crossing patrol. B. No pedestrians allowed. C. Pedestrian zone. No vehicles. D. Zebra crossing ahead. The correct answer is D. Zebra crossing ahead. Explanation: look well ahead and be ready to stop for any pedestrians crossing or about to cross the road. Also check the pavements for anyone who looks like they might step or run into the road. Question 191. Which sign means there will be two-way traffic crossing your route ahead? A, B, C, D. The correct answer is B. Explanation. This sign is found in or at the end of a one-way system. It warns you that traffic will be crossing your path from both directions. Question 192. Which arm signal tells you that the car you're following is going to pull up? A, B, C, D. The correct answer is C. Explanation. There may be occasions when drivers need to give an arm signal to confirm their intentions. This could include in bright sunshine, at a complex road layout, when stopping at a pedestrian crossing, or when turning right, just after passing a parked vehicle. You should understand what each arm signal means. If you give arm signals, make them clear, correct, and decisive. Question 193. Which sign means turn left ahead? A, B, C, D. The correct answer is B. Explanation. Blue circles tell you what you must do, and this sign gives a clear instruction to turn left ahead. You should be looking out for signs at all times and know what they mean. Question 194. What does the white line along the side of the road indicate? A, the edge of the carriageway. B, the approach to a hazard. C, no parking. D, no overtaking. The correct answer is A, the edge of the carriageway. Explanation. A continuous white line is used on many roads to indicate the edge of the carriageway. This can be useful when visibility is restricted. The line is discontinued at junctions, laybys, and entrances to or exits from private drives. Question 195. How should you give an arm signal to turn left? A, B, C, D. The correct answer is C. Explanation. There may be occasions when other road users are unable to see your indicator, such as in bright sunlight or at a busy, complicated junction. In these cases, an arm signal will help others to understand your intentions. Question 196. You're waiting at a T-junction. What should you do if a vehicle is coming from the right, with its left indicator flashing? A, move out and accelerate hard. B, wait until the vehicle starts to turn in. C, pull out before the vehicle reaches the junction. D, move out slowly. The correct answer is B. Wait until the vehicle starts to turn in. Explanation. Other road users may give misleading signals. When you're waiting at a junction, do not emerge until you're sure of their intentions. Question 197. When are you allowed to use hazard warning lights? A, when stopped and temporarily obstructing traffic. B, when traveling during darkness without headlights. C, when parked on double yellow lines to visit a shop. D, when traveling slowly because you're lost. The correct answer is A, when stopped and temporarily obstructing traffic. Explanation. You must not use hazard warning lights while moving, except to warn traffic behind when you slow suddenly on a motorway or unrestricted dual carriageway, Never use hazard warning lights to excuse dangerous or illegal parking. Question 198. Which document may the police ask you to produce after you've been involved in a collision? A. Your vehicle registration document. B. Your driving license. C. Your theory test certificate. D. Your vehicle service record. The correct answer is B. Your driving license. Explanation. You must stop if you've been involved in a collision that results in injury or damage. The police may ask to see your driving license and insurance details at the time or later at a police station. Question 199. Which lights should you use when you're driving in a tunnel? A. Side lights. B. Front spotlights. C. Dipped headlights. D. Rear fog lights. The correct answer is C. Dipped headlights. Explanation. Before entering a tunnel, you should switch on your dipped headlights, as this will allow you to see and be seen. In many tunnels, it's a legal requirement. Do not wear sunglasses while you're driving in a tunnel. Question 200. What information should you share if you're involved in a collision that causes damage to another vehicle? A. Your occupation and reason for your journey. B. Your name, address and vehicle registration number. C. Your national insurance number. D. Your internet service provider. The correct answer is B. Your name, address and vehicle registration number. Explanation. Try to keep calm and do not rush. Make sure that you've shared all the relevant details with the other driver before you leave the scene. If possible, take pictures and note the positions of all the vehicles involved. Did you pass this mock test? Feel free to share your score in the comments below. And if you want to keep practicing, check out these videos on your screen next.